Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Rendezvous Podcast. It's been a while, but we're back with a new episode. Lots of things happening, lots of games going on. But how are you guys, Bo? I'm sure you're probably sad as ever.
I graduated. I'm not sad. I don't know
Oh,
what
happy.
you're talking about. I'm happy,
Yes.
of course. I mean, like it's a good time. It's a good time. I graduated and time to do stuff in esports. Hopefully, I guess.
Good luck in esports.
Good luck in esports.
Yeah, good luck in esports, definitely. No. Well, yeah, good.
And Bangovic, how you doing?
I'm good. I got a couple of days off. I really needed them. I'll be going to champs, which is great. So I'm happy. I'm good. So yeah.
Hopefully, all of us will be there.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully.
Reg.
Imagine a podcast underneath the palm trees. Hell fucking yeah. Oh yeah. We need those.
We can probably just plug this in. Like, if any sponsors are interested in sponsoring our trip, me and Commend, we are basically in need of some assistance to get the champions. So if any sponsors are like up to sponsoring the channel and like the content that we will be producing in Champions, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Send us an email. Should be
Yes.
on the YouTube page. But yes,
Hell yeah.
let's get into the games.
Hell
But very
yeah.
quickly, before we do, Bo, just explain, 1 minute, why you're wearing your hat.
Well, it's a Danish tradition where you need to this is like a graduation hat, where basically you get this when you graduate. You actually have to pay for it, and it's really expensive. So I don't understand that. But yeah, it's basically just a graduation hat, and there are some small challenges that you do with the hat, and it kind of affects how it looks. Like, for example, I've got a little part here I had to take away because I threw up during one of our drinking moments. And there's a lot of different other things you do with this hat. So it's a fun and game, but I have to wear it in like at least a month. So
How long are you wearing it
Like
for?
a whole month.
a month.
But
So-
when did you start wearing it?
I believe the 26th.
Oh man, you're not halfway
So-
through even.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh,
It's,
you shower
it's gonna
with it
be
as
rough.
well?
Oh no, luckily not. I mean,
Imagine.
I did go swimming with it. But yeah, that's also
went
one of the
swimming with
challenges.
it?
All right,
What,
there's a
you went
bunch of
swimming with it
challenges.
on?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different challenges, and if I were to explain them, we would be demonetized. That's for sure. The Danes are
Right.
crazy.
Okay.
Well, wait, we are
Okay.
not monetized. You can go for it.
No.
I'm joking,
Let's
I'm joking.
let's not. It's not kid friendly. It's
No,
not
it's
kid
fine.
friendly.
I'm
right?
joking. I'm joking.
I'll explain to you guys later. Just not here. So, anyways, there's some Valorant that has been going
Yes.
on. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
There definitely has. Let's get into it. The first thing that we're going to talk about today is which happened just after our previous episode, which was Masters Tokyo, or the end of Masters Tokyo.
Hell yeah.
Obviously, we all know how it turned out. Fnatic took the crown, but I think it was the top 3 that we didn't cover because we went too early.
Yeah.
But we're going to see some highlights here of those final days. Yeah, it
Some
was
big upsets. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
yeah, it was a crazy tournament in
It
terms
was.
of some of the results that happened. And that first team, well, the bottom team in the top 3, PaperX, I don't think anybody really expected that they would do that well.
Yeah.
After something.
Yeah,
wasn't there.
because something wasn't there. I think if you count something in, you would be like, yeah, PaperX has chances to get top 3. But then like everyone was like, oh, they play with cigars. And I mean, honestly, everyone memed about him like being the streamer on the team and like, yeah. They can't
That's
compete with him.
also
But
he also didn't compete that well during his other official. Like, he had an official
Yeah.
before that, which he didn't perform well in. So it was granted that people were doubting him, but definitely showed he wasn't just a streamer.
yeah, and you tweeted about it. Like he picked up 5 agents, I think, in the lower grand final, right? He played like a variety of agents. It was not just like he's like, oh, I'm the one trick Gecko who's just filling Gecko on every map because I practice that agent. No, he played it all, and I think honestly, from a utility point of view, I think to a very good degree. And also, he won some crazy clutches. I gotta say, like he stepped it up. He was there, and PaperX overall surprised me a lot.
I think in that
Definitely.
PaperX NRG series, it was like it was almost that heart that brought them across the line. It felt like
Yeah.
obviously that's not something you can quantify, but even that that cigars. I keep calling them cigars, even though that's not his thing. Cigarettes versus Som, that 1v1, with the shorty. Obviously tragic for Som,
Yeah.
but it was like those miracle moments were taking them across the line. But it was great to see. And like you said, I think what was so good was that he started out the tournament as that like streamer / content creator.
Yeah.
He started out the tournament like that, but as it went on, he clearly got more and more confident, and yeah, that was really great to see. So big W for Paper X, I think, and
Definitely.
going forward, I mean, it's got to make you think what they can do with something back.
Yes. Honestly, I'm not even
Yeah.
sure if they could have placed. Like, I mean, I don't know if they would have won it. They had the chance to win it for sure with something, but I think even like a top 3 finish with something would be a great result. So nevertheless, like for them, it's like a great tournament. Even considering like I don't know, going into the regular split and like their lock-in performance, like people were a bit afraid, like if they can even keep it up, and they definitely are showcasing that they can. And I think they're one of my favorites for champions, even though we are not talking about champions today. But I do think like Paper X on paper might be the strongest Pacific team, especially considering if something is going to champions.
Yeah, I think
I'm
they
interested to
definitely
see
are
if
strong
they
in Pacific.
actually are able to get the visa this time for champions. They should.
It's very
Because
difficult.
now
I really
at
hope
least
so.
they got the visa for Japan like 2 days ago. But a
Yeah, I saw
little too
that.
late with that. A little too
Just
late.
a little, yeah.
What I can say though is like the American visa, the US visa for Russian citizens is the most difficult one to get. So
Mm.
fingers crossed for
Yeah.
all the Russian players traveling to champions that it works out, but not easy. Not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Let's-
one of
yeah,
the
let's
biggest
hope so.
issues I saw when they announced it to be in Los Angeles.
But yeah, we'll definitely hope that they can do it. So let's move on
And
to the top 2, which we're seeing some highlights of here. Above us was Fnatic versus Evil Geniuses, and Evil Geniuses, man, they went on a crazy run. I don't know what people's expectations kind of were. I think especially when people thought they weren't going to be playing with Demon 1, I think people just thought they're going to get grouped, or
yeah.
at least they're not going to do that well. Demon 1 came back and people thought they could do something, but man, they really took that playoffs form in NA and they just, multiplied on it by a lot. And second place at this tournament is wild.
That is wild. I mean, honestly, not like there was like not a single pick'em, right? Correct. Like overall, the pick'ems were crazy this tournament. Like so
Yeah.
many crazy. Right? EG doing crazy runs, kicking out Loud, the former world champion. Like so much crazy things happened during this tournament. And like EG just they were on a run. Like they were unstoppable. Besides 2 matches, which were Fnatic in the upper final and then in the grand final. Right? They played twice, and I think was it 2-0? Or what was the first actually? Let me open the bracket.
2-1. It was incredibly close in
Oh
that
yeah,
last
actually,
map
there
of
we go.
split 13-11. They won by like 1.62 seconds or something in that final round. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, true.
I think the biggest thing that got Evil Geniuses, I mean, their fracture, obviously, they hadn't lost it until that grand final. Well, they still haven't lost it because Fnatic won that series. They got the double map ban. If Fnatic do lose that upper bracket final and then make it back through the lowers, I think we see a very different series. EG can force Fnatic to play Pearl and they get fracture. So potentially that's 2 maps for EG and who knows from there. But yeah, the last game wasn't as competitive, of course. Fnatic took it 3-0, but yeah, EG just their play has been it was really good. They had innovative strategies. I mean, people even on this last map they went up 12-7. Fnatic obviously made the comeback, but
Yeah.
that's still an incredible
Oh
achievement.
yeah, that was crazy. Actually, the comeback was kind of nuts. Not gonna lie.
7 in a row.
Definitely.
Yeah, Valorant is such a momentum-based game.
It
But I
really
feel like
is.
a lot in this tournament, like Evil Geniuses use that to their advantage. You'd see Boosty
Yeah.
getting a 4K, and then suddenly the entire team is just completely riled up to win a game. And yeah,
Yeah.
didn't they take down Pacific #1 seed, America's #1 seed, and no EMEA #1 seed because they beat
Yeah,
Liquid, didn't
they
they?
beat
So
Liquid. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah, all 3 top team. Well, I say top teams, top seeds from each region. Just incredible run, and all 2-0s apart from against Fnatic and Paper X. So props to them.
Definitely crazy to think about like how far they have come. I wonder if they can like showcase a similar level at Champions. Now that team knows like how EG is approaching the game, because that was definitely a factor people didn't really know. They didn't know, will they play with Demon 1? Will they play with a stand-in? How they're going to approach the games? But now there is like a lot of like footage available, so I'm interested of like what is EG doing towards Champions and how are people like adapt to what they did. But what we have to talk about is as well like Fnatic.
They definitely have a lot of time.
I mean, they have do they? I'm not sure.
I mean, they have more time than like the LCQ teams, that's for sure.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But
true.
I do think they will definitely have some new ideas in, and especially as they have completed their like quote unquote reserve roster. So basically, they could just scrim whenever they want. They can test whatever they want out as much as possible. So
Yeah.
they
But
definitely
equally,
could be
I
cooking.
mean, when you're scrimming against only one team, you can't just scrim against one team, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I think
different play
what
styles
they're
and things.
doing is basically when they have strats, they basically scrim against their reserve team. If they have a comp that they think teams are gonna run, or if they know teams are gonna run, they could maybe ask the reserve team if they could run it, try to see if there's any way that they could counter it. And that's kind of where I see the reserve team being used. It's not really about performance. Those are performance scrims are something entirely else. Like
Yeah.
we usually call performance scrims like playing against Turkish teams because their aim is freaking cracked.
Wait,
Yeah.
I want to add. Like, is that the case though? Like, is that like just like what people think EG is doing? I wonder if they really are
pretty
doing
sure-
that.
I'm pretty sure that is what they are doing. Basically, just setting up some different strats, testing it out with the reserve team. I don't think that they're like actively scrimming with them like the entire time. I think it's just like in terms of just keeping strategies
Practicing
hidden
some-
and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I mean, that
It's
would
also
make
good
sense.
to like hiding strats. Like there is zero chance that it gets leaked.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you have a rogue player, but I doubt that
Oh
will happen.
shoot!
Drama.
Sus.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, they played really well at Tokyo. Definitely, in terms of their play, they deserved that second place spot. But now let's talk about the goats, the kings of Valorant.
did
I
it
think we can
again.
call them at this point. They did it again. They won another event, and that is
Back to back.
Fnatic, of course. Okay, the question is, do they win champions?
Hmm.
Will they win
Because
it?
it's
I don't know, but they're the clear favorites, and I think there has never been a team like going into a tournament with like higher odds of winning, if that makes sense. I think
Yeah.
every year there were like some teams in the contention to win champions, but this year it's like who's beating Fnatic? That's kind of the question going into champions.
Yeah.
From my point of view.
Yeah, they're definitely the team to beat, I think. And of course, I forgot to say that they were the first back-to-back, the first two-time, the first, the first this, the first
Chronicles
that.
for 3-time.
Yeah,
So
just
definitely
decorated.
kind of feeling that there's a Fnatic era coming up.
I think they've got
perhaps.
three of the top 5, four of the top 5 best players in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I mean,
know,
who would
Yeah,
you swap?
definitely.
I mean, arguably, like it.
Yeah, there is absolutely.
I don't think you swap anybody. I mean,
No,
it's too
yeah.
good. It's perfect.
Leo, I personally think he's the best player in the world.
Yeah, it
Alfie
probably
is insane, of course, and he's got the Turkish aim, but like
Yeah.
just insane game sense as well. Obviously, Chronicle is just so consistently good, and Durka and even Boaster, I'd say, is probably the best IGL Valorant's ever had. At this point, especially if he wins champs, it's just no contest really.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it's like unheard of to win every event in a year and like 3 back to back. Like if that happens, I mean, yeah.
That's you can call that like a Fnatic era.
Yeah, if they win champions, it's an
2023.
era. It definitely.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because we had, EG were the team that had everything they needed to like win an event like this. They were in crazy form.
Yes.
Insane individual players of Boostio, Demon One. Everyone stepping up. For the rest of the tournament, and they came so close. And then in the grand finals, it just looked like even when EG were up 12-7, there was no doubt in my mind that Fnatic would win this series. Just no doubt. Like,
and that's kind of
yeah.
the thing for me. Like if I think about it, like EG had the run of their life. Maybe I don't know if they're gonna peak even higher at champions, but you can argue like that was a crazy run. They had the momentum, they had everything, and Fnatic just outclassed them anyways. They were just a level above. It never looked like Fnatic would lose that series. I mean, of course, you can argue like they had the top seed going from the upper final to the grand final, the map vetoes. It's a big advantage. So yeah, of course, it makes sense. But then still, Fnatic looked so in control of this entire series. Besides probably Bind when they had to come back, but I don't know. It's just crazy to think that Fnatic is just on another level right now. And I wonder if people can match the level until champions, because I don't know. Fnatic they dropped one map in this entire tournament. Didn't they? Yeah, I think. Yeah. In all the like we just talked about Fnatic versus EG, but every other series was even like it was not even close.
I mean, 12-0ing Paper X on Lotus, and of course I know Paper X had a sub, but 12-0, like
That's still pretty.
And Paper X
pretty
still
big.
got a third. Like, come
It's like
on,
so
man.
crazy.
Like, that's just ridiculous.
Then 7-13.
That's not normal to happen. Like, people talk about EG's fracture, but Fnatic's Lotus in this tournament was absolutely flawless. Like,
Yeah.
just so good. Even like the class with which they dealt with NRG, they came in not having played a game on the stage yet, just straight into the playoffs, and then they just completely just outclassed them on a map that this is supposedly NRG's best.
And also, Fnatic doesn't scrim much like many teams which run Viper Harbor, especially not on Bind. And they just come in and they're like, oh, Viper Harbor, we don't care, 13-4. Like, what? like, I don't know. Like, Durka only played Race this entire tournament.
But I also feel that teams have been overcooking on Bind. Like, the combat Fnatic is running, it works, and it has been consistent through a lot of different eras, to be honest. So that wasn't really as surprising.
Just get Bodork in as your coach, guys. What are you doing? If you got this guy, you just be beating Fnatic on the regular. Come on, guys. What are you doing? How's this guy?
Like, it's really
jobless?
it's really just like a comp situation, because Bind just came back and teams are basically just cooking a little bit too much, and not really considering the old comps, which still work really well.
I have a question.
I think. Sorry,
go on. No, you can go on. It's all good.
I was gonna say, I think it was Loud that kind of they were just stomping everybody, but also like one, it was new, so people didn't know how to deal with it, and two, Loud are just really good, so it made it look really good as well. And I think there is some merit to it, but like you said, I don't know if it's the solution, because Fnatic have not played Harbor a single time. I know they permaban Pearl, but even then, I don't know if they would still play it, and it almost feels like, because Boaster said before he's not that comfortable with Harbor. Nobody on their team is really that comfortable playing him.
Yeah.
And you wonder whether that factors in their decision to ban Pearl. But go on, Magnus, what was your question?
The question is like, are other teams overcooking, or is Fnatic just on a level that they can run whatever they want? Because Fnatic ran pretty old comms, the same comms like all the time. Durka only ran, like, look at Durka. He's literally one of the top fraggers with Race exclusively this entire tournament. Like, it's crazy to think about.
I think it's more about comfortability for the team.
I think
that's what they are.
That's
basically what they are like prioritizing with this roster. What are you most comfortable? This and this agent. Okay, we play this agent. Don't really overcook too much.
They're not saying like, oh, just play this agent and we'll just like, your comfortability on these agents.
Like they use those comms and try to they're building on it.
Yes,
building game plans around what people are most comfortable. But like you said, we say that, but Durka didn't play Jet this tournament. Leo didn't play Sova this tournament. That's his best agent. That's it. Well,
yes,
I think like he proved himself on that agent. Like, but this tournament was just like, I mean, playing Fade so much as well, and people thought Fade was just bad. Like, bringing like you said, it's comfortability, great game plans. Amazing adaptability in the middle of games as well from both.
Really good anti-stratting too.
Yeah, just all around like.
And then you have like just some cracked aimers who just hit hat if they need to. I don't know, man. They're just it's just insane.
Yeah. Like, also, when they fuck up on set plays, they just out aim everybody, and it's just okay, cool. We just can't do anything against these guys, huh?
And you need that. I think it's sometimes like in this game you can't. not every set play is going to work. There's so many variables that sometimes you just need to be able to out aim. And I think Paper X, of course, and EG, all three of those teams in this tournament kind of utilize that when things didn't go their way.
I mean, if you just look at the ratings I have just open right now, like 4 out of the top 5 players are Fnatic players. So you need 5 Kankans to match them. Like, what's going on?
Real.
I mean, look at it. It's numbers. It's facts.
But interesting to see that none of the EG players in the top 5 there. Players like Sugetsu, Som in the top,
Wait, so Getsu's there despite having Navi had a horrible tournament and he's still there. That's crazy.
Yeah, they went 0-2
Getsu,
and he's still, he's top 7.
Okay, he's
Crazy.
only won 24 rounds, but still.
And RB as well.
True.
Yeah.
They went out in 2 as well.
RB has been slowly going up in terms of
he's one of the best flex players in the world.
Yeah, it's kind of insane how good he's starting to be. Meanwhile, his team kind of falters.
Yeah. Seems like some kind of mental stuff with DRX.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I
think that's everything to do with Tokyo.
Congrats, Fnatic.
Congrats, Fnatic.
Yeah. Well done, Fnatic. And now we're going to go on to talking about the games happening right now, which is the Ascension tournaments. We've waited all year for these.
Woo!
Bo especially has waited all year.
I
for
love
these.
Ascension. It's so pog. Yes. Woo.
He loves it, even though EMEA still aren't playing on LAN somehow. But we'll get to that.
What it is.
First is Pacific, which I personally have had an absolute blast watching some of these games. Some great storylines coming in. I'm waking up, turning the games on. Perfect time for me, just to wake up, enjoy some good Valorant. So, who are we going to talk about first? I was thinking of talking about probably the most interesting team, just from an outsider's point of view, and that would be Bonkers.
True. Okay, I'm up for that.
The only OCE team in the tournament, representing their entire region, the only free agent team in the whole tournament. Their boot camp in Thailand completely funded, crowdfunded, donations from Tarek, from Bleed, their competition, which is just crazy.
Imagine if they win. That's my question.
Yeah,
it would be funny.
They are in a position now to qualify into the playoffs. You can see here, Group B, it's all very close. 4 teams on 2 and 1, all really, really close. But they're there. I think it's tomorrow as we're recording this, so it will have already happened by the time this goes out. But if Bonkers beat Bleed, they go through. Or if Scars
is that the decider?
beat D+,
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Or if Scars beat D+, Bonkers will be through no matter what. So they're in a good position. Whether they can do it, we'll have to see. Whether D+ will take it away from them. But the Bleed, the heavy favourites for this tournament, I'd say coming in, could not qualify to the playoffs in a 3 out of 5 group. So it's pretty crazy, and huge props to Bonkers for this insane achievement in the situation they're in.
Definitely.
I'm gonna roll that clip, you.
Oh, this clip is insane.
It's also it's a good moment to kind of realize the potential that OC has as a region. There has been, I believe there were only 2 to 3 actual organizations investing into this region. It's kind of ironic. It's the same thing with EMEA. EMEA, in Northern Europe, good teams, not a lot of investment. Same thing with OCE. It's kind of maybe the good teams are not really prioritized. I don't know. But that's another discussion for another time. But it's definitely good results coming in from Bonkers. A lot of people doubted these guys, especially with the results that OC had in the past. And also just a big shout out to Lev. Lev has been looking insane as a duelist player. Really has popped on. Yeah, Lev. Same thing.
I thought he was Leviathan.
Lev.
But no, he's been insane.
Yeah, Lou has been
farming.
Really slightly farming, just a little bit. And Dragon has had the most insane clutches I have seen in my life.
This guy,
this kid is too good.
His movement in fights is just exceptional. Some of the angles he takes, and you're like, how is he getting 3-4 kills there? It's just ridiculous.
He keeps winning them. It's
and he's 18 as well.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
insane player. Definitely would be a good idea to test out for a potential partner team.
Would
this is-
OCE players be imports to Pacific?
No,
Okay,
they would count for Pacific as just a regional
Yeah.
player.
that's cool.
And that's what's so exciting about Valorant, I feel, especially at the moment. There's so many regions where you feel like they have players or teams that could become like, major players in the game in a few years.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to promote here, but I talked about in my recent video is that thing of like there's Kang, there's like from China, you start to see them become a proper contender. You've got regions like OCE, players coming out from there. You've got even India. I know they didn't have a great performance in this tournament, and Orangutan are out now. But obviously, global esports and franchising, we've seen their players pop off at times. So it truly is a global game right now, and that's
Yeah.
what's so good about Valorant. And you get to see these storylines like this coming out from OCE, which, yeah, a region obviously not representing franchising yet. So it's been really exciting to watch.
Indeed. And then I'd
go
say
on.
we could maybe talk about D+, which had a massive upset against Bonkers.
Yes.
Losing to Bonkers, that was probably the moment where like OC suddenly started to like get its eyes.
Yeah,
That was a
well,
surprising twist.
D
I did not
plus have
expect that.
been, I don't know, they've looked really good in their previous two games, both of
Yeah.
which they've won. They beat Bleed. Was that today?
It's kind of the same curse that they
Can't remember.
had during like the last two splits in the Korean Challengers. They always lose the first match, but then they like start winning the rest of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also,
But
can I just
it
point
might-
out the fact how annoying it is that D plus have a player called Xe, and Xerxia have a player called XZ. Anyway, just
Well,
gonna put
it's a
that
good
out
thing
enough,
Azurja
fair
is
enough.
now out, so
Yeah,
we don't
Oh,
no
they
longer have to deal with
haven't
that.
qualified.
That's true.
But yeah, D plus. I feel like they were kind of second fiddle in terms of favorites coming in.
Yeah.
To Bleed, really good team, been consistent in Korea as down one, for a long time. They got some
Mhm.
great players. Xe, Esperanza, looked really good in Korea, especially. They come here, lose to Bonkers in their first match, and obviously I was like really happy about that because I've been supporting Bonkers. But I was kind of concerned, but they seem to be back in their groove. When I say that, a lot of people saying if they beat Scars, it will be an upset. But honestly, with the form they're in right now, I could definitely see it happening. Honestly,
Definitely.
just like continuing that form. But Scars will look great as well.
Please don't win. I just beg, like, I just want Bonkers in playoffs because that will basically mean that there will be investment into the OC region.
Mm.
That's just what I think at the moment. And like D Plus is a good team, but I want OC to succeed.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll have to see the results of those games tomorrow. But
Yeah.
let's look at Group A quickly now as well. There was a match that happened earlier today, which was a banger match, Boom versus Xerxia, which basically decided
Close
who
one.
went to playoffs. It was a really close. Well, the maps weren't actually that close, but in terms of it felt close. I don't know, it
Yeah.
felt close.
It definitely felt
Um,
close.
But yeah, Boom take it. It was a seriously good match, and I just want to say the casting. I was talking about this on Twitter. The casting from the OCE guys has been exceptional in this tournament. I've absolutely loved hearing it. So keep that up, you guys. But yeah, this match, close game. Boom qualified. I think they were probably favourites to qualify out of this group. But it was a bit shaky. It's been a bit shaky from them, but they do it. And at the end of the game, you could tell it really meant a lot to them.
Yeah, so quick shout out to Konki and Komodo. Those are
Yeah.
the two Australian casters who have been absolutely doing an amazing job.
And Mac as
and
well
also the
for
rest.
the hosting work and the interviews and stuff like that. Really
Yeah,
enjoyed
definitely.
those. Yeah. But yeah, this game from Boom. I mean, obviously they were at Champions last year.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to forget that I think three of their players were there.
Xerxia
yeah,
was at
Shiro and
international tournament as well, right?
they were, but none of the players are the same because they were all
Yeah,
signed by
of course.
Talon.
Yeah.
And they've got new players including XC.
Yeah,
that was a
because they
crazy 1v4
benched
from Fnatic.
Surf before the second split.
Yeah, for academic studies, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a banger match. Sad to see Xerxia go. They were a good team, but Boom, I think most people expected. Another team that has qualified that I'm really happy about is Fancy United. they've been pretty good for a few years, but never qualified to anything major. But a Vietnamese team has qualified to the playoffs, taking down the two teams that are now out. But yeah, they play some crazy stuff. They've got some aggression. You can see in that match against Boom, they played the Yoru and the Gecko and the Chamber on Haven.
Yo, that's actually crazy.
They've been
They
doing
cook
this
a
stuff for
lot.
ages. They were playing Phoenix back when Phoenix was terrible. They were playing Reyna. They've been playing Yoru. You know, some crazy comps, but they were super fun to watch. And I think they're kind of an underdog going in, but yeah, I'd like to see how they go in another region. Good, doing well.
Interesting. The
Indeed.
Phoenix on Fraction, they're winning it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Nice. That's cool.
Definitely an
Some
interesting
insane
comp.
stuff.
It's worth
Yeah.
to maybe test out. I'd say.
But I remember back in the day when Xerxia, were going to international events and pulling out like Phoenix on Fracture or like some crazy comps. People would be like, they got this from Fancy United. Like, these are the guys doing it first. So it's good to see them properly qualifying to something. So yeah, that's good. And is it Naos, who are top of Group A at the moment?
Yeah,
qualified
they are.
from the Philippines. They've been playing super well. They've just been playing really well. They beat Boom, beat everyone else apart from Xerxia, but they've just
Even
looked really
that was
good.
a 2-1 series.
It really goes to show the amount of talent there is in the Philippines.
Yes, definitely. It's not just Team Secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pacific is the region where I feel like a lot of these teams I could see playing in the Pacific League.
Yeah, Wits, who previously played for Team Secret, is on this team as well.
Yep. Yeah. So promising team there as well. Lots of great teams that I could all see playing in the Pacific League next year. So I'm excited to see who does take it. Praying for Bonkers, of course. But we'll have to see. So next topic, we're going to kind of do region by region.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the LCQ very quickly, do some pick'ems for that. With the
Also,
Pacific League.
I just like to quickly shout out one player, Ziyush, from One Team Esports. This guy is an absolute maniac when it comes to the duelist role. Definitely see him being picked up by one of the Chinese teams when the official Chinese VCT league comes out.
Yeah, I've seen some of his highlights and stuff.
Definitely a player to keep your eyes on.
Interesting.
Even just like the entire One Team Esports team, like I believe most of them are like from PUBG. I believe 4 of the players are like PUBG pro players.
Yeah.
But they have been adapting well to Valorant and have been looking increasingly good. So definitely,
if you haven't tuned in the Pacific Ascension, great English broadcast. Great tournament to watch. Been really entertaining. So definitely take a look.
Also, the Japanese broadcast has been fun. Especially when Scars play, they just absolutely go bonkers.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yep.
No pun intended.
All right, let's talk about the LCQ, which is set to start pretty soon, I think. Pretty soon after the Ascension tournaments end. Here we go. Here is the bracket.
Oh boy.
That's a wild bracket.
Go off on the format for a second. Just talk about why it's so bad.
I think there's 2 things which are crazy. First of all, there's like no second chances. Like Talon or Detonation loses, they're out, and I think the same counts for the upper quarterfinals as well. There's only lower bracket coming forward from the upper semifinals, so the first matches are just elimination games from the get-go, which is ridiculous. So there is a world where Detonation Gaming will not win a single game in this entire year and for over a year. Crazy to think about. And then the second thing, which I totally don't understand, is how Team Secret is seated above Gen G, who had a higher placement in the playoffs and even beat Team Secret in a face-to-face match. It is apparently based on the regular split standings, but I don't know. It feels so weird.
It's kind of strange that this like format was created and not a lot of teams knew that this is how it would be like calculated apparently. So like it's kind of like it kind of wasn't well informed to teams. And I do think that kind of it's deserved, at least for upper round 1, like the bottom 2 teams that they only have 1 chance to like make it through. that they don't have like a second chance down in the like a lower bracket. That one is fair. That one's definitely fair. But RRQ and Global Esports, they had played well and everything.
That's gonna be tragic, man.
That is gonna be
playing
tragic,
well.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I
just
definitely
one
want
game
to
and out.
see. I kind of want to see RRQ doing a run here.
Either one of those teams I would love to see play really well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Heartbreaking
teams,
matchup.
any of those, like, how many teams is it? 5 teams, not Talent or DFM, I wouldn't mind seeing at Champs. I feel like they'll all be interesting contenders.
I mean,
So,
wait,
yeah.
if Talon gets their stuff together and they play good Valorant
Honestly,
again,
yeah.
I would love to see it. If they win this
That also.
bracket, they probably play very entertaining Valorant again. So I would be
Yeah,
in
and
as
even
well.
DFM. If DFM win this bracket, then I'm all for it.
Okay, man, I just have to
I
open
believe
it.
it's sealed on
I
supremacy.
I just
He's
have to
about drop
open it up.
30.
I was actually gonna make a
Look at
video
this.
about DFM, but I
You
didn't.
think they
Sealed on
turned
is
this?
ready to drop 30. All right.
They have the red carpet of franchising. I don't know. It's so it hurts.
All right.
It's,
Let's do some pick'ems.
I'm gonna open the pickups. Sorry, DFM. I didn't mean to. I
alright.
didn't mean to. It's just facts, but I'm sorry.
He meant to 100%.
He definitely meant. He
definitely meant
hates Japanese Valorant.
Absolutely.
Yo!
Like, Japanese Twitter, call out Bankovic, all right? Right now, cancel his ass. I need
I
it.
love Japanese Valorant. Zeta win.
All right.
I have to save myself. Oh my god. Okay, Talon versus Detonation.
Happy safe, mate. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
I'm sorry.
I'm
genuinely sorry, but I don't.
I
see
would
that
like
happening.
to see Detonation coming up with the upset, but yeah, I'm going with Talon as well.
Yeah.
I think both teams had like kind of like an upwards trajectory in like terms of like performance, even though like Detonation didn't win series, they looked better. Talon definitely did look better in the end of the season, but it was definitely too late. But
as
I
long
favor
as they
Talon.
don't put in Rada, we should be good. There would actually be a competitive match then.
Yo,
And as long as you're not jinxing Seldom. Was it Seldom you jinxed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
seal them.
Yeah.
My goat.
All right. RQ versus GE.
I'm going with RRQ. I'll be honest.
You know
They
I
lo-
have to support my boys over at G.
They
Fight-
lo-
No, don't put me in this spot. No.
looking better and better through the entire season.
That's so true.
Better than Global Esports.
Yeah, but GE
There was
looked
actual
better.
improvement.
Yeah, but GE looked better and better, and then worse, and then worse, and then better, and then worse, and then better, and then worse. So
Yes.
Next is
really
That means
better.
they're inconsistent. RQ showed consistency.
no, GE showed consistency in putting up great performances but not winning, and so I think
That's true.
this time they will convert that into a big win.
No, RQ. RQ is going for it. Ewok supremacy, all right?
I wish I wouldn't be in that position right now. It's so hard to decide. Like, from a rational point of view, RQ was like literally improving every game. But then I think it's an LCQ, and I think maybe. No, I go with GE as well.
GE fighting.
GE
I haven't
fighting.
said that in
You
too
guys are
long.
gonna regret this. It's like the whole T1 situation again.
I mean,
But you said T1 were going to be like third out of lock-in. So,
Yeah, I was a little bit too early on that.
but you
I
were
was
right about
investing
the
back then
league,
as
to
well,
be
yeah.
fair.
But then I
Yeah,
put out.
but then
But I'm
you
going
put
to-
it back.
Yeah, that was yeah. Let's not talk about my investments. They were horrible.
I think in Bo's
Don't go to
nightmares,
Bankovic for investment plans.
I think in Bo's nightmares, he just sees like Kang like doing the op
Yes.
thing to T1.
Oh no.
He just wakes up getting sniped by Kankan.
man. Oh lord.
All right, Genji
Well,
versus
yeah.
Talon.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with Genji, unless
Yeah.
Talon have really revolutionized, like, have come back and looked great. I don't know.
If they stumped Detonation, I would even call I would see that happen. But from what we've seen so far, I think I go with Genji.
But also,
Yeah.
Genji were like a few rounds away from going to Tokyo. Let's not forget that.
That is true.
In that last match
Indeed.
against T1, it was close.
And in the
So-
first half of the split, they looked like one of the best teams in Pacific as well. They just kind of lost it towards
Yeah.
the end. They almost fumbled the back big times, but then they kind of got it back in the playoffs. So yeah,
I mean, yeah, at 4-0 and one map up against DRX in the league, like,
yeah,
you started to think, this team is they're the new kings of Pacific, and then obviously that didn't happen. But I think they've still got a lot of potential, and I think hopefully they'll regain that.
I agree. All right, now it's getting spicy, and now we got a lower bracket as well. Zeta versus Global.
I don't have like the Zeta copium of like it's Tokyo, so
I'm going with
just win
Zeta
every match anymore.
I love
but
Japanese
I think
Valorant.
Wait a minute. Genji also could get eliminated?
What do you mean?
Yes.
Okay, that one I didn't know. Okay, that's just okay. Now I hate this format. I hate it.
It's been like a year.
Never mind. Never
I
mind.
love how you thought like.
I
that,
thought it was only like the 2 first matches.
I know what you mean, but also yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a single elim for the upper quarters as well.
It is, because you can see it right now. No one
Yep.
is the lower, right? It's factual. They're
God
out.
damn. All right.
It's hard. It's rough.
L Pacific. Anyways, yeah.
The L Ascension LCQ
Pacific.
format.
Yeah.
LCQ format. Yeah.
Actually, LCQ. No, my camera died.
Okay.
Bang,
Which
it's
one are we
camera
now
died.
predding? Zeta Division versus Global?
Yeah.
Ooh. I want to see Zeta win this low key.
Hello, India. GE fighting.
Okay, for a sec, you're gonna see Big Bangovich because I have to change my cam. And
Oh no.
there we go.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Oh
There
my
he goes.
God, there we
Oh,
go
no.
again.
Oh.
Yo,
Big
he's
Bangovich.
back.
Okay,
Oh
there we
no.
go.
What will he do?
All right. You said GE. Okay.
I think both
I'm
of you
going
are
with
predding
Zeta.
Zeta though, aren't you? So
I'm
come on,
going with
number two.
Zeta.
Okay.
Bro
Then
is
I'm
on
gonna
his
lock in
redemption
Zeta.
arc.
Zeta.
Indeed. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that. Team Secret Genji. We saw this matchup before, didn't we? Secret won it the first time, and then Genji won it the second time. Is that right? I don't know.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
so. What's the
I
close
don't-
one?
I think
this-
Secret could come in looking really hot. I'm not gonna lie. I really like Warbird's like anti-stratting style,
that's
and
true. And they got a lot of time to prep.
yeah, and
But
they'll.
Genji also has a lot of time to prep.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, they do, but like,
But they already
can't,
let some strats out during the match against Talon. So...
And also, they're going to be prepping for Talon, which I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Secret's game plans when they were working, they were really working back in the Pacific League, and I feel like that could carry them through.
yeah.
Yeah, let's go with
I'm still going to go with Genji, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Secret Adobo Gang.
Yeah, but this time around, Genji has a lower round. Shall we go with the lower round first?
yeah, let's just do that. Genji.
Hello, Genji. Korea fight.
Alright, let's go with
No, I think
You're
Genji.
just
I think
ruining
Genji
your
would-
dreams.
I think Genji would take this.
All right. I mean, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
This is so difficult to catch. Like, I mean, honestly, all those teams in upper semi are like very close in terms of skill. It's basically almost like a coin flip. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if any one of those 4 teams is making it through. And RQ and Tailin, like, I mean, RQ definitely could be included in the top 5 here. It's so competitive. All right.
This might actually be like one of the most exciting tournaments of the year, considering that this is, other than obviously the international events, this is the only regional tournament where the winning the grand finals actually matters. So, you know, best of 5 hype series, everything on the line could be really good.
That is true.
But yeah, I think Secret would beat Zeta Division. I feel like just with the patterns that we've seen.
I want to see a Crow redemption arc, though.
Look,
It's
you can
kinda-
press Zeta, but I'm going to go with Secret.
You
I might go
Secret?
with Zeta, yeah. I might go with Zeta.
I'm going with Zeta too.
Ooh.
And I'm going with Genji for the lower. Come on.
Boy, let me think.
Come on.
I'm trying to visualize.
Think about it. Think about it. They just lost to Team Secret, but now they win against Team Secret.
No,
Oh,
I'm
wait,
visualizing.
Big brain time. Come on.
I know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Borkum go like getting hyped and hugging his teammates after they win 2-1 against Genji. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing it in my head. I know what's gonna happen.
You know what? I'm not seeing it.
He's making my nightmares.
You know why I'm not seeing it? I have actually an argument for that. Because I think Team Secret was showcasing that they're the team which are like adapting the slowest. They were playing kind of the same playstyle for the longest duration of the entire split. And I think Gen G is
definitely.
like a team which can like adapt from like they learn from their mistakes and can fix it in a series and like kind of like change things enough to like I don't know, catch Team Secret off guard. I have this like I can see that definitely by like with Gen G. And maybe it's like they just repeat what they did in the other playoffs, just better in the elimination games. But on the other hand, I would be like happy to be proven wrong by Team Secret. It's not like, but I just see Gen G. I can visualize Gen G to like just be better prepared for the lower final rematch.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you'll see when Borkum 1v4s their final round to win 13-8.
Yeah, definitely.
On Lotus. But anyway, Zeta versus Gen G.
Anyways,
If this match happened to happen, I would have to say that Zeta would win it, just because I don't want to see another Korean team.
I actually want to go with Gen G, to be honest.
I just don't see.
It's a good lower bracket run. You like to see it.
Is it though? I think.
I just want to see Sylvan. I just want to see Sylvan.
Look, if Zeta
champs.
win, that's plus 70k viewers to Valorant champions. So
that's true.
Crow Redemption arc. Everyone will ratio Bodok on Twitter. It'll be great.
I'm 50-50 on this. No, I'm still going with Gen G. Just the lower bracket run. I can see it.
Honestly, I could see it as well, but I just want Zeta. I don't even need any facts or something. I don't care. I just want Zeta. Even if they play the most horrible Valorant, I don't care. I just want them there.
You guys will regret the RRQ. All right?
I personally think my prediction is that Team Secret will win. The LCK.
I think RRQ. Or if it's like this, I'm going to go with Gen G. So,
Okay.
that depends.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's also like up to who's showing up on the given day. Like
Definitely.
so difficult to call.
Especially on this first few days as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. Single of them.
That'd be crazy.
All right. Cool. Let's
right.
move on to EMEA. Let's do it.
I love EMEA.
To the one team region.
Yeah, the one team region, except
Let's go. One team region.
in Ascension. No, it's gonna be forced to
We
be
should
a one
actually,
team region.
yeah.
Only one team wins.
We also didn't cover the play-ins, I believe. No, we didn't.
Bro,
let's
who
just
would
as simple
care
as
about
possible.
that right now? That just doesn't make sense.
Let's just put it as simple as possible. Focus 1, Polaris on top. Vamos.
That's
anyway,
the one time I'm willing to admit Polaris on top, but yeah.
On God, you only mentioned that because Focus won that, and it's Polaris.
Yeah.
If that would be any other region, you would be like, play-ins? Who cares?
Nah, I mean, like, S2G. I also support S2G because James IRL is coaching that. But, like...
You're so biased, man.
I am so biased. That's true.
All right, let's move on to the meat and potatoes of EMEA Ascension. Still going on right now. Right now it's Apex versus Gentlemates, but it's looking like Apex kind of dominating right now. Looking like they're going to win that.
I mean, they kind of brought it back also on the other map, so we'll see with Gentlemates.
Yeah, but let's start with Group B, considering we're talking about them right now.
Gentlemates.
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes my first hot take, which I got absolutely berated on Twitter.
Rightfully so.
They just. How's that rightfully so? I'll be honest. Gentlemates is the better version of Karma Corp.
But
Gentlemates is what Karma Corp wished.
Yeah, but
Sliggy.
Yeah, but Scream is the best play that Sliggy's ever seen in scrims. So
think about this.
He wins.
Cool.
Also, he's good looking, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. He has muscles.
You know, you forget they still have Zaysh. They still have very confusing strategies because they have to keep changing everything. It's just a mess, to be honest. Some rounds they just feel like it's just a ranked match, to be honest.
Yeah, but that was a few months ago.
That was a few months ago. They have existence as a coach.
Look, all I can say, I've been doing some investigative journalism.
Oh no!
And
let's go.
Zaysh's Aim Labs account. I don't know. He's kind of. No, I'm joking. I'm kidding.
Number one EMEA best aimer.
Oh, no.
His grid shots.
Yeah,
were
grid
through
shot.
the
He's
roof.
flicking.
Common Corp win LCQ, I'm going to be clowned on so hard.
Oh,
no, I
I'm gonna be
didn't
the
think about
first to
that.
tweet it out. I'm gonna prepare a tweet today. Today.
I'm
Yeah.
turning off Twitter.
Oh
just
my
gonna-
god.
I'm gonna
Deactivating.
say
I'm gonna
with
fly
this
to
guy-
Denmark
and
and-
I'm going to work at Lego for the rest of my life.
I'm gonna fly to your place with the Carmine Corps flag and then like
No.
pull it on like
Oh,
in your
no,
garden.
You guys just remind me of like the fucking PTSD I got from Champions, where it was like a random French guy who started shouting at me. It's like I have zero clue what he said. The only thing I remember was like something that reminded me of Carmine Corbin. It's like, okay, that makes sense.
This is the difference between being a YouTuber and being a reporter.
Yeah.
People come up to you and shout like, "I love like, F you,
I
I
love
love
you,
Carmine
command."
Coy." And people come up to me like, "Hey man, I love you." I'm like, "Okay, yeah."
Love your content,
thanks."
man. Woo.
Um,
Just wait till you get through your first set of drama.
look, I already made a Carmine Core video, and
True. And
we
he
Oh,
survived.
to
it.
be honest.
Not
And-
one DM. So if anybody wants to start, then feel free. No, I'm joking. Please don't.
Yes, please do.
But yeah, gentlemen.
What is this episode? Why are we just like
But,
looking out
yes.
for people in our DMs?
Gentlemates is the better Carmine Corp right now.
Okay, don't know if I'd say that. They look good though.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
not
come on.
forget. Okay,
Remember, they
let's
have
not
an
forget the
assistant
three
coach
wins.
as
The
a
three
substitute
wins.
right now.
The 3 wins they've got is against Casse, who didn't look good, was against Falcons, who looked pretty
Still
good,
decent.
and Focus, who were the play-ins winner. So they look good. Don't get me wrong, they look good.
Yeah.
But Carmine Core have some world-class players, or players who have been world-class in the previous few years. So I don't know if I go that far yet.
Yeah.
But Gentlemates look really good.
You're sleeping on Takas. Disrespectful, my man. What is that?
You're sleeping on the goat, the one-tap machine.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it looks like Gentlemates and Apex are going to qualify this group, considering that
Yeah.
Apex.
Can
Are
I just
probably gonna win
say,
this game.
like, okay, quick complaints. I hate this group stage, to be honest. Why only top 2? It just
Yeah.
makes it like already by
Yeah.
day 3, it was already determined that Gentlemates and Apex they would qualify for groups.
Well, realistically, we know why it's only top 2, don't we? It's so they only have to put 4 teams on LAN. I mean, that's the
And
reason
that's
why.
just so dumb, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, especially when they have a whole venue already there for it. It doesn't really
Yeah, I mean,
make
it's
sense.
just
But
kind
that's
of
the reason why, really. But yeah, it looks like it is going to be Gentlemates and Apex, which I'm fine with. They look
Yeah.
like the best 2 teams from this group. I was a bit sad about Falcons. I wanted the MENA region to kind of have some more
I wanted
representation,
to
but
see
they put up a
Focus,
good
to be
performance. Yeah, I know you did.
I mean, it would be fun to just have Focus versus Apex on the grand finals.
No, wait.
of
What happens
Ascension.
if Apex loses right now?
If Apex lose this,
They still qualify,
then-
right?
Falcons could beat
Oh, yeah.
them and qualify.
I see.
But they can. Oh yeah, they can actually.
Yes.
Okay.
Because then
But-
Casse could beat Focus, and then
Yeah.
So Falcons could still qualify, but they'd have to beat Apex, which is looking unlikely with how good Apex are playing right now.
Plus they lost to Focus. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
So yeah, but I'm
Definitely-
happy with these 2 teams. They're playing well.
definitely, I can see those 2 being like the grand final teams.
But
So
let's look at the other group. For the other
also
teams
just
you could challenge
another
them. Oh, sorry,
complaint.
go
I
on.
come here with a lot of complaints. I should honestly just change my name to Karen at this point. But Focus only had 4 days after play-ins to like get strats up and everything for the other teams. That's kind of like I get that like we should be happy that there is an additional team that gets to play, but like come on, you could have maybe given like at least a week. There was nothing between those 2 weeks. It was just kind
Yeah.
of to me it just felt like why would you need to stress those players that much?
Yeah, I
Like,
guess the
it-
thing
it's-
is,
it's
if you
even
give
for
them more,
all the
if
other
you give them more
teams.
time, you then have to push LCQ back, then Champions back.
Because
in.
I know for a fact that there were teams during the play-ins that basically just didn't care if they won or anything because like they just knew they would be fucked no matter what.
Yeah.
It was just like it wasn't worth it for them.
Really, it did feel like play-ins was just so they could fill a 10th team in
Yeah.
the tournament and so they didn't
Yeah.
have to play a 9-team tournament.
But at
really.
least put it like a week before.
Yeah.
Not
honestly,
like 4
even
days
like-
before.
even like a 9-team tournament with like round robin, but
No,
like
no,
three
no, no,
team.
no, no. We already had that once, and that was chaotic. Okay.
Well, you
We
couldn't have
don't
like a
want that again.
3-team, like a 3-group stage, 2 teams from each
Wait,
group go
let
into
me
the
let me
16
try to pull it
playoffs
up.
type thing. Okay, he's cooking. I'm going to talk about Group A.
Yeah.
Saw have come out looking incredibly hot. They've
Actually
beaten
true, yeah.
all 3 of the teams who are in the red right now: CGN, Desire, and Digital Athletics. Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching them. Just defy that kind of minor region barrier that's been put in front of them, obviously from Portugal, but they're putting up massive performances, which is great. We'll have to see. They play Ascend tomorrow, which should be a great match. We'll have to see who wins that. If Ascend win, then those 2 teams both go through. Saw have already clinched qualification.
I sent you
But
like
Ascend...
from last year.
Wait, what?
I sent on Discord the one from last year. It was basically just like 2 different types of groups they set up.
Yeah,
which is
don't know.
just like that.
I saw that,
kind
but
of
that was a
seems
7.
unfair.
That was a 7-team tournament, so that was like, what the hell was even that? But
17.
anyway, yeah, Saw looked good. Ascend have looked a bit shaky, but the Group A teams have looked stronger than I thought they would, which is promising. And Ascend haven't qualified yet.
I was about
make
to
that
say, like,
clear.
the Group
That
A is still
is-
kind of open in terms of like who's gonna go through with.
Big shout out to Saw.
Saw,
I
yeah.
mean, it's honestly, I did not expect this. Like knowing the Portuguese talent, I knew there was a lot of Portuguese talent, but all I saw, and a lot of times, it was just like a lot of mismanaged teams, which did not like they got some good Portuguese players, but then they also got some players that were unproven.
But
Saw
we're so
was
not
the
like,
only...
look at this, they were dominating. Like, this was the
Saw was extremely good. The only team that was like kind of like their enemy was GTC, which they also like easily beat most of the times.
But I
But
remember
it was
you
still...
highlighting GTZ back in the day, Bo, and saying that this team is actually a lot better than people give them credit for.
Yeah,
And it
they
seems like the
definitely
whole
were.
region,
But
at least
I'll
those 2
just keep
teams
it
were.
as
Yeah,
clean as possible. There were some stuff that happened in the GTC situation, which will come to light very soon, which will definitely explain why that team hasn't performed to what we expected, which is really unfortunate.
But it does
yeah,
prove that region as a whole, in that case, if they were having
definitely.
difficulties, if it wasn't just them kind of falling off, like it
Yeah,
has a lot of talent that's been unaccounted for.
and not a lot
Competing
of
against regions like
teams.
Turkey as well. Like
Yeah,
Turkey was seen as one of the favorite regions coming in even at the start of the year. Obviously, just Digital Athletics, maybe some people thought that they weren't going to be the representative coming in, but they should still, they're from Turkey, a big region environment, who already have 2 teams in franchising. Like, can you imagine if Saw win this and a team of Portuguese players goes into franchising? It would be so good. Like, that would be
that would be good
amazing.
for the
That's
scene,
like,
definitely.
yeah, that's like best case
And
scenario in
it
terms of
also
regions.
kind of brings some karma because there were not, I believe there were only two partner teams who have trialed like Portuguese players, even though we already have said like multiple times during the off season, these are like the next top talent. Like I believe it was Tomasi. Where is he? Yeah, Tomasi. That guy is absolutely cracked. He was almost going to Leviathan apparently. But there was one other team at EMEA that trialed him, but that's it. And
Right.
nobody really like tested out players like Botti, like Fizzy, Janny, or even like I'd say Kispon. It's like there are a lot of talented players in Portugal, and nobody really got that chance.
But this is the thing, right? Like, now, this is what Ascension is doing, is giving the people, giving the teams that chance.
Definitely.
Even if Saw don't win this tournament, now a lot more people will be looking at, these Portuguese players. Like Saw versus Ascend. Like, if you said to me, like, at the start of this year, like, bro, you have to watch this match, I would have been like, okay, like, what? But now I'm actually genuinely intrigued to watch and see, if they can keep up these performances. So, yeah, I'm happy, and I'm glad that we've got these 4 teams coming out of the groups. Supposedly, we'll see what happens tomorrow with Saw and Ascend and even Apex and stuff. But yeah, it's been a really good tournament so far.
I agree. And I would be surprised if we're not seeing some of those players being picked up by the currently franchise teams. Like, definitely.
I definitely can see Tomasi going to Leviathan if he was already of interest of the team during the off season.
But that would be an import, right?
Yeah, they can get an import, and Tomasi would be a big pickup. I'll be honest.
Interesting. All right.
Fizzy as like an IGL is also pretty good. He used to IGL like teams like BDS, and which other teams did he? I forget. Like Fizzy was on so many different teams. It's honestly crazy. Oh yeah, he was on the original like Rebels gaming team, which had some decent success, and also Movistar, which didn't go that well, but yeah.
All
right. Let's get into talking about the EMEA LCQ.
Wait, I also want to quickly say one thing: Germany in shambles.
True.
I'm happy. Take that, Zesht.
I mean, they're
There's a
doing
personal
okay.
banter there.
They're doing as well as Italy. They're doing better than Turkey.
I mean, they still are theoretically. They still have a chance, right? They could still make. Yeah,
they've had some close matches.
I mean, like they can't make playoffs anymore, as far as I can see.
No,
yeah, they can't make it because they lost to Ascend.
Yeah, but if there's like a 3-way tie or something, maybe they can.
Don't
know.
Yeah, I highly doubt that, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, the EMEA
also
LCQ...
F and chat for digital athletics. Turkey looked like the strongest region.
It's over. It's over.
All right, just as simple as possible. Turkey looked like the favorites. Okay, Fireflux looked amazing, or previously Parla. And then there's S2G, and then somehow Digital Athletics came in and like won against them, and they
had a crazy lower bracket run. They didn't keep up the form. Okay, let's move on. The EMEA LCQ. If you don't know, Vitality, of course, with the incredibly tragic passing of Twiston, decided to forfeit from the LCQ, leaving only 6 teams as opposed to 7, like in the other regions, which led to kind of the weird formats. Now, this is something we're more used to seeing, a format that's more typical, but still with this single elim.
Opening day, basically.
Opening day. So 2 of Heretics, Koi, BBL, and Carmine Core will be out after the first day, which is a bit crazy, in my opinion, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That is how it goes. It's not like they couldn't do a double LM format with this, is it? Because they did it with the playoffs for the international leagues. But yeah, I don't know. We're just.
There's another thing we gotta talk about. Like I just mentioned, is Fnatic won Tokyo. Therefore, we're gonna see 2 EMEA LCQ teams going through.
I forgot about that. That's
actually pretty big. So 2 out of those 6 teams will make it to champions.
So we're gonna see Navi and one other team.
I mean, we can just jump right into the pick'ems, right, and talk about the teams.
Yeah, let's do it.
Heretics versus Koi. Heretics has picked up Benji Fishy. I don't know if it's officially confirmed, but I mean, it's been leaked like 15,000 times. It's official. It's official. If you didn't know, Benji Fishy is joining Team Heretics. Will Benji Fishy be enough?
We have officially announced it. We are Team Heretics social media.
Yeah.
Rendezvous exclusive.
¿Cómo estás? How do you say my name is? My name is Mixwell. Me llamo Mixwell.
Me llamo Mixwell. Sí.
Yeah.
Heretics Koi.
Soy de Dinamarca. ¿Cómo estás?
What do you guys think?
Dos cervezas, por favor.
Team Heretics Koi. I love this pickup of Benji Fishy. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, honestly,
it's so exciting.
I like
it. So cool.
But I kind of feel that Koi is on a redemption arc.
I want them to be. I want Shados to join his brothers.
Shados
Slay dos.
For that reason, I'm going to pick Koi, but I hope Benji Fishy drops like 50 kills.
I also want Benji to succeed. If Benji wins this, they qualify.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh,
definitely.
If Team Heretics win this match, they qualify. Did you just say?
Yeah.
To be fair, all they'd have to do is.
I said it.
All they'd have to do is beat Giants and one of BBL or Carmine Core. So anything is possible, to be honest. But I'm gonna go.
Okay, true. Okay, not as far fetched. Yeah.
I'll be honest. After Zeke got, I just said it. I said it. Okay. If Benji Fishy brings in a good environment with that team, because we already saw that like when Weber came on that team, the team suddenly started actually to kind of click. They still look pretty mid, but like they suddenly kind of clicked. And if Benji is
Benji Fish is
able
like
to,
he's a grinder, I think.
he's a
that's
grinder.
true. I'm
So
not
that's
doubting.
definitely
To switch from like the top level of Fortnite into a completely new game competitively and just not even like everything I saw from him, all his tweets about switching to
Yeah.
Valorant, he was joining a solid tier 2 team in the East League, like
Yeah.
being from England as well, like that's not easy to do, like just
Yeah.
go and play for it. There was no complaints, there was no expecting that he should be in any higher tier.
And also
he needed to prove
he got
himself.
he got a lot of offers as a sixth player on different teams, but he didn't accept those because he wanted to actually like prove himself.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
He grinded. Like honestly, I'm not doubting Benji. Out of all the Heretics players, like this is maybe a hot take, but I think Benji deserves the most to have a spot in franchising out of all the Heretics players.
Yeah.
No joke. No,
Wait,
honestly.
who have they got? Who have they got?
Kellogg's,
Mixwell, Mixwell,
Yeah,
Kellogg's.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
no
Avova, but he
disrespect,
kind of
but-
fell off as of recently.
Yeah, you're right. It's not about, that they're bad or anything. It's just like
Yeah.
Benji Fishy he's been popping off. Like he's
and
that
grinding and
Enterprise
working.
team,
yeah.
like, he didn't
and he
play
started
with them
off
for play-ins
on
and
like
they
the
just
jet
looked mid.
role.
Yeah.
He started off on the jet role, but now he's on a sentinel role and has been looking consistent on it.
Yeah.
Benji
So,
Fishy, the British alpha.
I'll be excited to see his debut.
Yeah. Even though I think
Alright.
Koi gonna win that.
Yeah.
Same.
Koi been underperforming for like every match besides the Na'Vi game. They've been underperforming. And if they show slightly, like 70% of what they have showed against Na'Vi on the opening day, they're gonna win it.
Yeah.
I don't know how this team
agreed.
could perform that badly. I don't know. I don't know how that
Yeah.
happened.
Okay,
For-
BBL versus Carmine.
BBL.
Nah, I'm gonna go with
BBL.
Calming Core.
No, come on, dude. Oh.
I'm gonna vote every time. I'm gonna Scream gonna ditch everyone. LCQ buff, Scream.
No, don't
Look,
troll it.
Liquid
Don't
won
troll
every
it. Don't troll
LCQ
it. I beg
every
of you.
damn time, and now that Liquid is qualified for champions, someone has to continue our legacy. It's Scream and Ivera.
I love that. I love that storyline. Also, let's not forget that
Oh god, you're right. Fuck, I forgot about that. Lavera and Scream on that team. So that means that no, they could do the Liquid curse. No.
BBL were the only team that Carmine Core won when they were like dog water. Sorry, Carmine Core beat, not Carmine Core won. BBL were the only team that Carmine Core beat, and they beat them with absolute sloppy rounds, just literally aim diff. It was literally Scream and Navera just aim diffing. And I feel like it can happen again. I don't know how they're going to look. They might look really good and just destroy them. But Scream and Navera, when I see a Vandal in this man's hands, you can't doubt him. You can't doubt him. So yeah, I'm going with Casey.
Let's go. By the way, I love BBL. It's I don't know. Just want to make.
Oh yeah,
that
they seem like great
This
guys.
is just straight up.
They just rely too much on hero plays for me. I don't know. Also, Apex have just beaten Gentlemate, so they will be going
Let's
through
go!
with them.
Northern Europe on top, baby.
You jinxed them, and they're not gonna qualify now.
Don't give me that. I mean, like, I would be happy if Saw qualified. Fuck it.
Now you jinxed them too. You should just not talk.
No. Honestly, it would be fun to have Gentlemates win and then beat Carmine Corp in the regular season.
That would be fun.
That would be a fun timeline, to be honest. And I could just quote
just so
retweet
your
my old-
one tweet was like proven right.
Yes, 100%. Because I am speaking the truth.
He never speaks the
Anyways, Navi versus
Sometimes.
Koi.
The match that we saw, how many months ago, however many moons ago it was,
Yeah,
where Koi won 2018, which is still an insane match.
that was the opening match of the season, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
a banger match. I loved it.
Honestly, I'm going Koi here. I just want Ibai to feel happy about his Valorant team.
Yo,
I'm going with Koi. I feel like Trex is just gonna play the Sova. He's just gonna play the Sova well. He's just gonna do it, and then yeah. Bro, Navi looks so mid, and it
God damn! Oh, what's going on?
really annoys me. It really annoys me that Navi looks so mid, and for that I'm not gonna
Navi
forgive
win
them.
champs.
But people were saying that Navi He's gonna win Tokyo. So
What's happening here?
Nah.
Let me
Oh,
join
stop
Harold.
jinxing people. Just do the pick'ems. Why you jinx every goddamn team? You say Navi winning champs. They haven't even won
okay.
right now versus
I'm
one
going
team.
with Navi against Koi.
Bro,
I'm going with Giants against Carmine Core.
bro, we're still with Navi Koi. What is going
I'm
on?
going Koi. I'm going Koi.
to go with.
I'm going Koi. I'm going Koi.
I'm going Navi.
I'm going with Navi. I'm going with Navi.
Okay. Great.
Now,
My God. Carmine Core.
Giants.
Carmine Core.
Let's go.
I just have a vendetta against Giants. I just don't want
To
to
be
see
fair,
them win.
yeah.
They're just boring.
Okay, now
Okay.
we go with Koi. Koi.
Yep.
Yeah. I can
Valid.
say something about Giants. It's for me, I haven't said that on stream, but I can't care about EG, and it's the same for me with Giants. Giants and EG, both teams are so boring to me. I don't know why.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Yes.
I agree,
also-
and kind of like when they have a bunch of content that they produce, I get so bored of their content. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
also the other team in the Pacific League for me is T1. I'm sorry. That is why I'm
Okay,
against,
okay. That's actually valid.
I love Saya.
I
I love
actually agree
Saya.
with that.
Yeah.
I really love Saya, and Munchkin really impressed me as well. I don't know. It's just something about them. I'm just not engaged with their team. I just don't want them to win whenever they play. So yeah.
That's actually
T1 has
interesting.
had too much success as an organization to the point where it's boring.
Kind of
Um,
true.
But yeah,
We go
anyway,
back
for
to
this
NA.
matchup, Carmine Core are winning the upper bracket final and qualifying.
No.
I love this so much.
No.
Imagine that would be so sick. Scream just dropping 35 kills on Reyna, bro. I see it.
so much.
XMS Sheriff Ace 1v5.
Yo, wait.
Come on,
Okay, no,
come on,
I have
come on,
legit.
the
I have
only
a
reason-
good argument.
Oh.
Chamber's back in the meta. XMS on Chamber. He was lit. Scream on Reyna. It's happening. It's happening.
No.
It's happening.
Stop it.
It's happening.
Stop it,
They
please.
run the EG comp. They win binds. Yes. Scream they play Ascent. Scream plays
can't-
Phoenix.
I
He
can't
flashes around the
believe you-
corner on tiles to get the 3K.
Okay. It's time for you guys to shut up. You guys have been cooking. Even I think you guys are crazy at the moment.
We
Easily
are,
ridiculous.
but so is K Corp. They win it.
I'm crazy for K Corp.
I mean,
Let's
the
do
only
it.
reason
Lock it
you are
in.
doing this is so you can retweet my tweet.
Yeah.
No.
100%. 100%. No. 100%. This guy
No,
only
the only
cares
reason
about
I'm
Twitter
doing this
engagement.
is because, look, have you guys ever seen that picture of Scream where he's just stood like this and he's like, oh, and he's like, he's just like. So...
One in his pajamas or no?
No, I think so. He's just like so like, this guy. How do you beat this guy? He's such a Chad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I love this guy, so I'm going with Casey. And also, the more they win, the more we get to watch Sideshow watch party them.
Yes.
So.
But this also means for the lower bracket, like I don't accept any other votes, but Navi's gonna win it. Navi's gonna go to champ.
Okay, if we're putting-
why is Navi losing?
If we're putting Na'Vi in the lower bracket, if we're putting Na'Vi to qualify in the lower bracket, then I would put them to win in the upper final.
Yeah, of course.
No, but like, I want to change it now because, I mean, like, yeah, now I want to change it to this, and then Koi beat Karmine Core.
What has happened? Why?
Okay, thank you.
And then
This one
Koi
is
win the grand final.
What are you cooking?
I only allow it just so we don't predict Carmine Corp going through LCQ.
Because, so basically, my agenda is
Oh no, he's got an agenda
That-
too. Fuck.
that either get through, either Karmine Core get through, or Koi get through.
Yeah, that's the thing,
Wait.
right?
Wait, hang on.
That's-
No,
Hang
that's
on.
literally what is like. Literally.
No, wait.
No, you mean
Okay.
it cannot be Navi and K Corp. It's either Navi or K Corp. That's what you
Well,
mean. kinda.
guys, I accidentally
Yes.
dropped a glass, and it broke.
Okay, so
So,
you're
I'll
gonna
be
sit
right
cross-legged?
back.
No, joking. Yeah, I don't want.
Okay, now that he's
both
gone,
Na'Vi
K
and
Corp going through. No, okay.
Yeah. Are you still hear us?
No, but seriously.
He can't hear us. No, seriously,
Okay, bye.
yeah, Navi aren't qualifying for champs. I don't know how
No, I can't do that, man. I love Doom Bros way too much. I can't do
No,
it.
I'm
Actually.
I'm kidding. I'm underestimating Navi. They'll probably win all their games and win. But
Yeah, I think that on a serious note, I do think that Navi is going through the upper bracket and they're going to win the grand final. But also,
Yeah,
I'm going to
probably.
vote K Corp. From my side, I'm going to vote K Corp for all the matches just before the tweet, and also because I love Scream and Ivera. So easy.
Yeah, all right. Let's just do it. Let's just go K-Corp.
Let's go. But they're
love
not
it.
winning
And
the grand final.
finals. Oh, okay. No,
No,
they're
no.
not. They're not.
You want it?
Yeah.
Navi is going to
God.
throw because it doesn't matter, right?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. K Corp wins.
Yeah.
Great. Before we cook even more, we should go to the next topic.
Yes, the Ascension Americas. I don't know when Bo will be back,
Yeah.
but I'm sure he will have lots to say on this. But for now, I wanted to talk about some of the NA teams going in because I know Bo doesn't care about NA, so I'm sure he won't mind on missing out on it. The first match that we saw in the tournament was it was MAT versus the Union, which was quite a hyped up matchup for NA in Brazil. I'm sure Bo will talk about the Union when he comes back. But just for now, focusing on MAT, I think the LAN nerves really, really got to them.
Yeah.
They talked about that themselves. They mentioned some of the setups maybe weren't, quite to the standards they were used to playing on, things like that. But overall, I think it's all just about, first time really playing. Is it their first time playing on LAN? I think it is.
Yeah.
A lot of those ex-Ghost players, haven't played on LAN before. Oh no, I guess Xander has. But anyway.
But not really. I mean,
yeah.
not to a degree that it really matters, I guess.
Yeah, it just didn't look the same in that first match. All their
No,
utility,
definitely not.
they were unsynced, and the Union took advantage of that very well. And let's not forget, these Brazilian teams are very used to playing on this stage specifically because it's in Brazil. It's the
True.
Brazilian stage they use for Brazilian challenges.
Oh.
So they're very used to it, which I think has helped the Union so far. MAT did manage to pick it up in their next game against Fusion, but Fusion haven't looked like much competition in any of the games so far. In fact, they're playing right now against 0-0 Nation, so we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah. But one thing I want to mention though is like I think the this Ascension format in Americas is so different to the others. Like it's just two groups with 3 teams, and all of them make it to playoffs because it's just seeding.
Yeah.
And all of it is on LAN, and then you have like EMEA where it's like 2,000 teams and just 4 teams make it out, and then you have Pacific, which is just entirely different. Once again, I just want like the same format for all the it's just a standard format, and you can argue like, oh, there are not that many teams in this region, or I don't know, but it's they are. We have seen it like in the Americas region, and like just overall there are enough teams. I don't know why they went with this. It's a bit odd. But yeah. On the other hand,
I think we could have seen like 4 NA teams and 4 Brazilian teams make a 10-team tournament and have it the same or like similar to EU, and then that would be like so hype in my opinion because we would see teams like Moist Moguls, you would have seen them, which would have been super like incredible. But right now, like there's not really any room for like a miracle run here. All of these teams are at the top of their regions already. So whoever wins is going to be like, unless Fusion win, I guess. But even then, they were still top of LATAM South, I think. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. But yeah, talking about the Group B and the Guard, obviously, most of you know I'm a very big Guard fan. Been watching their games pretty intensely. Both 2-0s, fairly convincing as well.
Yeah.
They've just looked really good. Looked very comfortable on LAN, which is, I think, obviously a result of them playing high pressure environments before.
Yeah.
All 4 of their core players minus Tex, but he's been looking really good as well. And a lot of the like kind of trash talk, the confidence in their play in general. They're not afraid to take fights. They've just looked really good presence on stage, which is really important, of course. And a convincing win against Nueva Zeta yesterday has put them first seed. So they got a bye in the playoffs. They're going to play the winner of the MAT versus 9Z team matchup, which is later today as we record this, as you can see.
Right now,
I'm
0-0
imagining
Nation Fusion, yeah.
I'm imagining M80 probably going to win that.
Yeah,
In which case we'll
I
get
would
an
say
NA
so.
rematch.
Yeah, which is a bit sad.
Think, yeah, it could go either way though, because obviously those
Yeah.
M80 Elangetas that we were talking about in the guard confidence. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But it means we will get an NA versus Brazil upper final, which will be very interesting.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
But yeah, like I was saying with the LCQ, there's only one winner of Ascension. That is what makes it so important.
It's actually ridiculous to think that like only one of those teams will make it through to the actual franchise league. So so much, like such high stakes, and it's hard to tell. Like in the Americas region, like right now, I couldn't say who's gonna win it. I think there's like 3 teams which have like very good chances of doing so, which are probably the Union, the Guard, and M80. But who knows?
Yeah.
In a playoff bracket, everything is possible. We have double elimination starting with the upper semifinals, if I'm not mistaken. So one of the teams.
It's double elim the whole way through. So
Oh,
whoever loses in
okay.
upper round 1 will go down to lower round 1, and they'll be matched up against the losers in the upper semis.
This
So
group
it's
stage
same
just
as-
was cosmetic. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Same as the playoffs. It was basically just to make it a longer event, which I mean I don't mind, but
But then,
Yeah.
like, okay, super, like, I don't know, maybe conspiracy theory, but why would you show all your strats in group stage if that's the format?
yeah, great question.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you mentioned the Union. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, sure.
I think there's been a lot of drama surrounding the team.
Yeah.
With a few of their players, Pank and NTK. I'm not going to go into it too much here, but some of them have done some not very nice stuff in the past, and it's led to a lot of fans, even Brazilian fans, not rooting
Yeah.
for them in this tournament. I know, obviously, that's not, we're not trying to talk down any of the other players or the coaches of the team, who have obviously clearly put in a lot of work, beating M80, who are probably the favourites coming into this tournament. Let's make that clear. They've done very well and they look really good. But yeah, there's a lot about the whole situation. If you want to go and find that, we're not going to talk about it too much here. But yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not rooting for them to win necessarily. Of course, I'll be rooting for the guard. But yeah, in terms of how good they are in game, they look really good. Seriously, like the game plans are great. A lot of
Yeah.
people are saying they're maybe the second best Brazilian team behind Loud, or at least better than MIBR. People really high up on this team, and they have a real chance of taking it.
Yeah, they have. They have.
Yeah,
For sure.
Seriously.
I couldn't see too many of their games. I've seen the M80 versus Union game on my second screen, and like the way they played against M80 in that game, it was just confidence. It was just
Yeah.
confidence, great game plans. Obviously, the aim was there, like Brazilians, like firepower heavy team, and there was good depth as well. It looked through and through like very good Valorant, like high level Valorant, and therefore I think that they're, for me, one of the top 3 teams, the highest chance of making it. But on the other hand, I wouldn't call out 0-0 Nation as well. They have some experienced players on their roster. By the way, I don't know what it is, but I saw the logo and I read 0-0 Nation donation. I
see
don't
what you
know.
mean. Yeah, you have to donate. If you donate, they win. That's how their team
Yeah,
works.
let's do that. No, but I mean the playoffs gonna be finally very interesting. I don't know, the group stage bit boring considering that it doesn't really matter
Didn't
too
really
much,
matter,
but
yeah.
now it starts to get really spicy. And also, like, I love lower bracket matches. They are like, I don't know, same goes with champions or like master events. The lower bracket is really fun when everything is on the line. But yeah, M80 versus 9-7 and 9 that probably an M80, right? So we're gonna see the guard most likely facing M80 again.
Again. They haven't beaten them this season, which they've got close, very close. No, they have beaten them this season. What am I talking about? They beat them 2-0. Of course they did. And I was very happy that day. But the last 2 times they've played them, they haven't.
Yeah.
So should be a good matchup. But who knows? Maybe Nueva Zeta can pull something out. They looked okay against the guard, but especially certain halves, the guard just had game plan diffs and just completely diffed them. So we'll have to see how the rest of the tournament plays out. But it should be great.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
definitely.
back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Oh,
We were just wrapping up our kind of recap of America's Ascension so far.
Oh,
Anything
okay,
you want to say?
Yeah. No, not really.
yeah. In the end, like a lot of things have happened, but then it didn't really because they still play the same team. All of them play again. So yeah.
TLDR, I hope the Union don't make it. The Guard would be pretty pog.
Yeah.
M80 would be pretty pog.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Fair
That was
play.
pretty much what we said too. So let's move on to our final topic for today.
Oh, 90,
and as you
90
can probably
was.
guess, that is the Americas LCQ. The bracket has been
Oh,
released, and it
yes.
is not gonna
Oh
lie,
my god.
it's spicy. It is spicy, especially considering the single elim games that we were talking about before. So this is it. This is the bracket. Let's just get into the pick'ems, I think.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the teams from there. So first match of the event is going to be MIBR versus Crew. Who have you guys got?
Honestly, that's a bit It's so sleeper for me because I have no confidence that any of those two teams can beat Furia.
I'm probably gonna go with Crew.
Whatever. Command,
Because
you
they
can
have, like,
decide.
MIBR has their coach as a player at the moment.
MIB,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, true. Yeah,
they won their last match of the season. They might. I think they did say Heat was coming back, but I don't think he actually is.
No.
I think
confirmed
they
that,
said it,
Sosen.
but now they've said since he's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the coach buff will still apply. Hopefully, Crew can get a win. I don't want to have to
Crew
make a
gets
video
that.
on them. Yeah. So
Definitely should get a win there. But yeah.
okay.
Now it's getting really interesting.
Ooh.
This
Sentinels
gonna be
versus 100.
the viewership. This gonna be have like grand final viewership just because it's a grand final for Cloud, right?
Actually is.
It's a Cloud grand final.
Single elim as well. It's gonna be so rough for either of these teams if they lose it.
Oh,
But
that's so hard.
I'll be honest. I think and I hope both that Sentinels are gonna win this match. I was watching the Sentinels podcast they were doing the other day, and they were saying that they've been scrimming pretty much since the end of the group stage. Not the group stage, the regular season, sorry. And some teams, they kind of implied 100 Thieves only started scrimming about 3 days before they were recording that podcast. Not saying that actually means anything, but Sentinels, they have two of the previous LAN MVPs on their team. They have Sassy, they have Pancada, Tens, Marv, Zek, and that's a crazy good team. They looked decent as that roster was forming at the end of the season. They've had some time. I think they could be really, really good. But I think it'll be close no matter what.
I just want 100 Thieves to do it, but
You do? 100
Yeah.
Thieves is very quickly becoming one of those teams I just can't be excited about.
I mean,
I just kind of
feel like they've gotten time to kind of iron out the problems they have, and perhaps have gotten maybe an assistant coach like full time. So
Yeah.
I can see them making this match competitive, and I would love to see them actually win it. So I'll actually go with 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I think what is the thing about 100 Thieves for me is like the thing that I was so disappointed by their performance in the regular split. Like I was genuinely disappointed. It was, I don't know, there was no progression. Like it just looked a bit like boring. I don't know.
It was like a mid-life crisis, to be honest.
Yeah, really. And I hope they step it up. And for me, honestly, it's literally 50-50 for me. I don't favor any team in this matchup, and I just want genuinely the best team to win this match. Whoever wins that, I want them to be a good contender for the LCQ. I just don't want both teams to look bad and just one goes through and like C9 is just stomping them. I want a very competitive team to win that matchup, whoever that might be. I really don't care if it's Sentinels or 100 Thieves. Both teams have players who deserve it, and I just wanted it to be a very competitive, high level of Valorant game. And I don't know, who shall I pick, guys? I don't know. Shall I throw a coin? I'm gonna coin flip. Wait, I got a coin here. Okay, I'm gonna do it. It's Sentinels.
Yes.
It's heads. It's Sentinels. It's coin flip. I'm sorry. It's literally coin flip. It's literally coin flip for me. Like I literally threw a coin. It landed on heads. The second command said heads. All right.
Furia Crew.
Do we have to talk about it, or can I just do this?
No, just
Like,
I actually think it will be close.
you think so?
But
Okay.
yeah, apparently I've heard some rumors that Davies is like a monster
Oh.
in scrims. So if they can kind of get some protocols
room to
and
check
like
out there.
some strats going,
Are
then
the streets talking somehow?
yeah,
Interesting.
who knows?
Yeah, these UK streets are talking about crew.
UK streets are
Kind of strange,
dangerous.
to be honest.
Kind of strange.
Um,
Well.
but
Did
yeah,
you
It's
hear
kind of weird
anything?
when you go to the streets in London and out of nowhere they start giving you like scrim bucks about
Imagine.
Hey,
Oh my god. All right.
Davies is
look,
playing
for-
really good.
For all we know, Scrimbucks is like some nickname for some like obscure
Scrim-
drug in the UK. So who knows?
Oh
You
my
want some
god.
scrim bucks?
Oh, anything you're gonna add like on Fury versus Crew? You believe in the Croupium or?
I'm going with Furia.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's leave it like this. Another
Okay.
cloud matchup at next.
Sentinels are winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll respect it.
Yeah.
If Sentinels beat 100 Thieves convincingly, I think they'll beat Cloud9. No. Can somebody disagree with me? Because I feel like Cloud9 was so
you're a
good.
little bit too waffling at the moment.
But you just said, Alex, that's valid.
Okay.
But-
Okay.
Cloud9 were
I mean,
2 rounds
it's-
away from
it's
qualifying
valid,
Tokyo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I kind of feel like their honeymoon period is over.
Yes.
for
me too.
Cloud9.
Me too. It felt
Okay.
like C9 was honeymoon, like on a honeymoon period for the entire
So
split,
now,
kind of.
now we've locked that in. I'm
But
gonna switch my pred to Cloud9.
MC diff. What is that?
What?
Yeah.
Command just switching places out of nowhere.
Yes, because now if Sentinels win, then on the Rendezvous podcast I can clip that I said Sentinels will win. But if Cloud9 win, now I can clip the fact that I switched it.
I'm gonna just
You're
tweet
just gonna
out
be
the
like
opposite.
Eccles. Eccles did the exact same thing on Twitter. Every single time a team played against each other, he put one tweet and the other tweet, and he deleted the other tweet when the other team lost.
That's
That's how you get 100% on every single pred.
I can respect that. But I'll stick with Sentinels.
All right, left Furia.
I want Furia to win. I always enjoyed watching them way more than I did Leviathan. Oh, sorry.
That is true.
Leviathan.
That is true.
I always
just-
enjoyed
just
watching
want
them way
Lev.
more.
I just want Lev to win. Just
Yeah, the thing is, I think Lev was in some sort of crisis, and like they kind of had like to fix things, and I believe they did fix things because I think Onur just punished them like 1,000 scrims a day, 1,000 push-ups a day, and like now they're drilled again, and now they're gonna win that. Yeah, I think they underperformed last split. I do think they're gonna show a better performance like they did in the regular split. They
Also,
didn't
last time they played Fury, they lost.
okay.
And the maps were 13-5 Furia, 2018 Leviathan, 13-6 Furia.
That's so mad.
So they only won a map when they went 2018. Like,
But they won 20 rounds. Think about it.
true.
Goddamn.
I
All
wonder
right.
what the most rounds a team has won in a series. Anyway, sorry.
Sounds like a video.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So we're going with that.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very cool.
Cloud9 Furia. Are we playing that first? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with Cloud9.
Yeah, I think they've got the player quality to win that match.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
I think Furia, like maybe to like sum it up for me, kind of, it feels like Furia reached their peak potential, and I don't see them to be like a top 3, top 4 team without like either finding another game plan or like adding something onto it, or doing like, I'm not even saying a roster move, but I think they need another, like something which is like leveraging them to another, like just a tiny bit to get this next level. And I don't see them there yet from what we've seen so far. They're like a solid 4th or 5th team, which is not a bad thing.
Valid.
All right. We have to go with Sentinels versus Leviathan first.
Ooh, wait.
Honestly, I can't go with Sen winning at all. Like, you know, like
What do you mean?
I'm
like
kind
they
of
gonna lose a
sitting in the
series here. There.
same-
No, they're
This
not.
is
There's a
this
lower
is
bracket.
a weird timeline, bro. Just because they
Yeah.
say in a podcast that they've been working hard, I mean, other teams did that as well, and they bombed. To be honest, that's also
Look,
why I wanted
all
to
I can
go with
say-
100 Thieves.
All I say is, Sen have the Iceman. He's been taught by the GOAT IGL of Valorant, the best IGL we've ever had in Valorant. I don't actually believe that. I'm just saying that.
Ross.
FNS is the GOAT, and he taught Marv everything he knows. I was like, I saw them
So
in a
basically,
Discord
how
call.
to
They were
bottom
talking
frag.
about IGLs, and yeah, and they have Sassy Pancada. Pancada is literally the best player in the world. Like 1 year ago, like that hasn't changed. Like Tens is the highest ACS on LAN ever. He's the MVP. He's the GOAT.
I'm going with
he's the
left.
GOAT.
I'm going with left for all the reasons he mentioned.
You can almost call Sentinels a fucking museum. Like, they have some of the best players, but yeah, it's like 1 or 2 years ago those players were like at the top. That's like a fucking museum at this point. Like, the British Museum would like to talk with them.
Yeah, and Leviathan have the same players that have choked in every playoff bracket they've ever been in.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong. I'm still going left.
What Copenhagen? They didn't win a match. Champions, as soon as they got to playoffs, they lost. Playoffs, they lost. Went 0-2. They went 0-2 in playoffs.
Have you
Let's put
forgot
out there.
all the clutches that King got
True.
during Sao Paulo?
King
If
is
King
crazy.
comes
Yeah,
back
and
to
Who
that,
did they beat? They beat Zeta, and they beat Vitality, and then they got absolutely stomped by Navi on their best map.
Oh yeah, that was actually brutal. Yes. Oh, I forgot about that one. Ooh.
yeah, okay, that may be not the best comparison now.
Okay, Tens is going to champs.
Yeah, okay, Tens is going to champs.
Yes, plus 100,000k viewers. Oh my god.
Oh, he's only going after Cloud. Oh my god, that's why. Oh no.
Honestly, I think Command could work for Riot because sometimes it feels like they just care about viewership. Oh my god. Let's talk about Leviathan.
You'll see like a video pop up on your recommended. It'll be
Bangovich.
like,
If they actually cared about viewership, they would actually support they would actually make good formats that are actually engaging.
don't try and bring who cars into this if we're talking about viewership. We know they ain't getting any
I
viewers.
wanted to, but then I kind of realized, okay, they wouldn't, to be honest.
Oh,
No, if you see a video pop up in your recommended that says how Sentinels completed the Valorant's craziest miracle run, and then at the start it says, this
Bro,
video is brought to you by Riot Games, and it's from me. You know
That's
why?
what okay. Commend. He has already a video ready about Sentinels winning LCQ, and he's gonna drop it the second that they qualify.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
Calling it now.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't uploaded it in 3 months. Even I'm gonna make a video because that's so much clout, so much views, bro. I gotta milk that
I'm
too.
gonna like, I'm gonna get a contract with Tarek. He like legally has to react to it. Like, you know, it's over from there. 10 million views. It's GG's.
All right. Oh my god, this
I can even
episode
use-
is.
like Bo said, like how the Valorant's museum team. No, I'm not saying that. Anyway,
The
they're winning
British
that match.
Museum would like to join some more players. Thank you.
Leviathan versus
Chokiatan.
Cloud9. Yeah.
Cloud9 are winning this every day of the week.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Yeah, every time Leviathan
Yeah,
lose, they just
yeah.
lose.
Yeah.
They always lose. I'm fed up. I'm fed up of people saying they're the best team at a tournament and then they just choke again.
All
Happened
right.
when was the last time it happened? Now lock-in. Everybody's saying they're gonna win lock-in. What are you talking about? They're gonna win lock-in. No, they're not. Fnatic are there. Loud are there. Like, God. So yeah.
And
I
then we
don't
go
think
with
they'll win
Sam,
this
right? We go with Sam because Ten's going to champs.
They have Masters Reykjavik MVP, Masters Reykjavik MVP, Champions MVP, Champions Board MVP, and Zekken. Like that's a crazy squad. They can't lose.
Yeah.
So as much as Bodork says, no, I want 100 Thieves to win. Like, no, Sentinels are winning this match. They're winning this tournament.
Oh.
Yes.
I am honestly going with Sen
No.
for one big reason. I still cannot forgive Cloud9 for doing what they did to Yay.
True. I mean, they gave me like 500k views off that. They can't be forgiven.
True.
Yeah,
Imagine
no, I'm going with
Yay
I'm going
in
with
the
Sen.
venue with Sentinel jerseys. Like, fuck Cloud9. I want to see that. I want to see that.
Yo, I want to see.
That was sick.
Show
No, I'm
me
going
that.
with. But I think honestly though, if Sentinels, like, that's the thing, right? If they beat 100 Thieves in the fashion, I hope, like, not in the fashion, but like looking good, I'm like very convinced on them, and I can see them pulling off that run.
Realistically, I'm not actually predicting this, but this is a run that I could see happening, and it
Yes.
would be amazing, which is why I'm going for it. So, yeah, that's why.
To be fair, if we would have swapped 100 Thieves for Sentinels, I would have just pred the same thing, but just 100 Thieves to go through.
Really?
Yeah, honestly. If 100 Thieves wins against Sentinels, I see them go through.
I respect it.
Wow. I mean, they won the last LCQ against
Yeah.
the Guard, which I've never really forgiven them for. So
The good.
I see.
that explains it. So yeah.
But only if the 100 Thieves Sentinels game is a competitive, good game of Valorant. If both of them look shite, then I don't know who's going to win that. I don't know.
Bro, of course, they're both going to look absolutely
Rooney about to
abysmal,
hit-
and then they're still going to win anyway.
Rooney's
That's
gonna
the Sentinels'
get plus
way.
30.
All right. I think we've cooked enough
I
this
think that's-
episode.
that's
I think
enough
I've
cooking
cooked
for
enough this
today.
episode. To be
God
honest.
damn.
That
I've been-
episode
I've
was
been the
wild.
chef today. I've been
This
the
is
chef today. But was too tired, so I took up the pan.
I am EP.
I mean, well,
You
honestly,
just-
how you like it,
Oh.
like if the co-hosts are cooking, because usually you are the guy overcooking, but today we did your job. How you like it?
I don't know how, but somehow I felt more sane than I've ever done than I've ever did in my entire life. I actually felt like I actually feel for the people who see my Twitter every single day.
Yeah.
Also,
Because
do you
if
notice?
this is
Sorry,
what
go
did
on.
I notice?
I was going to say, did you notice that I predicted for Zeta, Carmine Court, and Sentinels? It were the three teams that are going to bring the most viewership to the champs.
Let's go!
I told you, this guy's only
We
looking
are,
for clout.
we are the Riot script writers. You don't
Oh,
know.
man.
Yep. Yeah.
Look at
exactly.
this. Think about it this way, guys.
Man,
If those teams go to champs, there's more viewership, and more viewership means more viewership on the content the Rendezvous podcast could provide at champs. So it's even more value for
yes.
every potential sponsor. Link in the description. Send us an email. Send those guys to champs.
yes, please.
You know, you got to do it. All right.
do.
On that note, we
Holy
will
shit.
we will be back maybe next week. I don't know. We'll see when these Ascension tournaments are over, probably. But yes, thank you for watching this absolute cooking fest, this MasterChef episode.
Actually,
Thank
let's
you for
call it
watching.
like that.
The master.
The LCQ
Oh, no.
MasterChef or Ascension MasterChef. Okay, just end it, please. Sorry.
Goodbye. We'll see you all next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you next
Bye.
one. See you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.